ये इकोनॉमिक्स का वीडियो है। इसमें बैंड वैगन इफ़ेक्ट के बारे में बताया गया है और ये अंडर नेटवर्क एक्सटर्नलिटीज़ के अंदर आता है। बैंड वैगन इफ़ेक्ट में मीनिंग, एक्सप्लेनेशन एंड डायग्राम इंक्लूड है। ये 2 मार्क्स का भी, 3 मार्क्स का भी या 5 मार्क्स का भी आ सकता है। इसको बहुत ईजी एंड सिंपल वे में एक्सप्लेन किया गया है। एग्ज़ाम पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से ये वीडियो बहुत ही हेल्पफुल है। प्लीज़ सी वीडियो टिल द एंड। नाउ हम इसमें देखते हैं मीनिंग। द मार्केट डिमांड कर्व फॉर अ कमोडिटी shows the various quantities of the commodity demanded in the market per unit of time at various alternative prices. So in this meaning also include absence and presence of network externalities. So in the absence of network externalities, that is the consumption decision of individual consumer are independent. The market demand curve for a commodity is a horizontal summation of individual demand curve. मार्केट डिमांड कर्व क्या शो करता है? कमोडिटी, जो कि वेरियस क्वांटिटीज ऑफ द कमोडिटी डिमांडेड इन द मार्केट पर यूनिट. So you can see here that there are various alternative prices from commodity to commodity. Price are changes. Price are not the same for all. So that we can see in the absence of network externalities, there are various individual consumers in the market which want to buy independently. There are various goods. So as per the consumer demand, they can also buy in a slant way. So that we can see in the diagram, that is the horizontal way. This is totally depend on the consumer. So the consumption decision of individual consumer are independent. The market demand curve for a commodity is a horizontal summation of individual demand curve. So we can see in the next part the presence of network externalities. So in this, they are not the independent. It depends on the demand of other people, so that it will affect the market demand curve for a product. If we can see in the absence of network externalities, then there is independent. But in the presence of network externalities, they are not independent. They are totally depend on the demand of other people. So what here given, we can see the presence of network externalities, that is the consumption decision or are not independent but depends on the demand of other people, will affect the market demand curve for the product. So we can see in the next video or in the next part, bandwagon effect, meaning and explanation, both are included. So we can see here there is a bandwagon effect. So in this explanation what is given, we can see that sometimes people demand a commodity because others are buying it in order to keep with the consumer trends or fashion, or because the commodity is more useful, more and more consumers buys the given product. So as a result, the demand for the commodity rises at a given price. So this is known as the bandwagon effect, or we can be called as also positive network externalities. So in the next part we can also see the diagram. As per the diagram, we can say that due to bandwagon effect, market demand curve becomes flatter or more elastic. It is totally depends on consumer to consumer, so that the trends or fashions, they can become successful in the market as well as in all the trends of the consumers. They can also buy in at a reasonable price. Also the consumer demands rises at a given price, even the price is low or the high, but the demand comes successful in terms of consumer or in the way they buy anything. So also the bandwagon effect we can call as positive network externalities. We can see in the next part diagram. So we can see in the diagram, on x-axis quantity demanded and on y-axis price of commodities are shown. So this is the diagram of the bandwagon effect, and we can also see that there is one line in the diagram, that is demand curve. Even the price rise at a reasonable price, it slopes from left to right, and also it slopes from upward to downward. This is the very simple diagram. Anyone easily draw this diagram. Also it is important to draw in the exam. This will get the mark. You can easily achieve marks. If price in price, demand get rise, and price get low. So this is all about the bandwagon effect only. Thank you for watching this video till the end.